Alright. I think, if I'm correct, we are in on the stream. Yes, we are. Hopefully it spits out a better thumbnail than that one. Alright. Booting in. Loading in. Yeah, that's right. Forgot about this. Alright. Hello, malicious. How's it going? We have a house now. So that is going wonderfully. I apologize for the small screen. Things are screaming at me. Oh, I actually don't have open what I thought I had open. Okay. Yep, those two vanish. Everything else? Okay. I was just making sure that I had nothing that was tanking the performance. You got a 35 out of 35 on your history exam? Nice. That's impressive. I took a test. My major is cyber, but I also want to know how to manage money. Oh, what's going on? I also want to know how to, like, take care of myself with money and whatnot. So I had a finance test yesterday, and I got a 95% on it, which there were 47 questions, so that I think means I only missed like 2. So I did pretty well. Alright. You know what? We're gonna go. Yeah. We're gonna go get some more oak to finish up the wonderful house. I will say the one thing that I've noticed is I need to work on like the depth of the house. Like inside the house looks fine. It's the exterior, like adding in all the like 3D stuff to make it look nice. That's what I think I want to focus on. And something tells me we got enough wood for this. Maybe, just maybe. Oh my word. Yep, keep climbing. Oh my goodness. 230 so far, and I think I do want to like completely remove this one, and I'll probably maybe go back and remove the other one. I don't know. It's slightly tedious, so it's not great for content on a stream, especially when you're just starting off and when people go back and watch. It's like, oh, this guy went and chopped down tree roots. So I think we'll go probably until we get 270. There we go. Alright. Is there any more? Quit lagging. Okay. I think that's everything. Which is very nice. Yoink. Yoink. Ouch. Whoops. But yeah, I'm fairly confident we could... You're painting a hibiscus? Nice. Hibiscus are really pretty. I also think that we can hit 520 subs this stream. I think that's pretty doable. Alright, so... Okay, let's do this. Because... Whoops. I wanted roofs. But I'll take hardwood planks. I need those too. I think this is enough to start off with. Grab some building blocks. Just because I do want to get on the roof. And currently, thanks to my wonderful building skills... Oh, you're gonna make me place another block. Or do I need to go up a block? I needed to go up a block. Thanks to my wonderful building skills, we had the roof pretty much done. Okay. So this, like that. It's gonna cover up that... Well, it's gonna cover up that decoration, which isn't ideal necessarily. But it's... No, I don't want up there. But it's unfortunate, but it's for the overall good look of the build. Alright. Yep, and you just fall. Alright, yoink, and place. Nice. Alright, and this is already off the house by 1, which is good. Beautiful. Alright. Oh, yes. Alright, and then the final side is this one. Yoink. Yoink. Okay, there we go. I was like, why aren't you letting me place? There's no way. I got excited because I thought that it was going to be exact. It's not. I'm missing 1. Are we serious right now? Are we serious? You make me miss 1. There's the 1. Alright, now I gotta climb back on the roof. There we go. This is a really steep roof. Most houses have like a 35-degree incline. Yes. Ashwet wanna talk to me in Minecraft. Alright. I'll hop on the server after this. And talk with him. So probably an hour-ish, give or take. And I'll hop on and talk with him. Alright. Yoink. Why am I putting logs in the armor chest? Alright. $10. Let's go save. Craft all. Yoink. We're gonna need a lot more of these. Okay, so I know for a fact that needs to be blocked up. I think we then block that up. And then 6, 6. Oh, okay, okay. We can have this be a picture window. I think I'd be fine with that. Yeah, okay, so really large window, and then you have that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, then put up the walls. Yoink. Alright. I would say torches there, and probably one there, honestly. I will say it's really funny because these windows do not look like they come from an age when you would put torches in your house. You're like, there's torches in the house. And there's really good looking windows. Why is there good looking windows when you have torches in the house? Alright, oh. So, this is probably gonna hurt, but you could put salt on it, and that typically helps cold sores. It's kind of like you look at it and it's like, well, I could experience like low pain for a long time or high pain for a short time. So it really just depends on what you're fine with doing. Alright, yoink. That's the way that goes. Put windows. I mean, it technically really is pick your poison with that. Yeah, put a torch there. Okay, I need to take the torches off real fast. I mean, I guess hand sanitizer could work. That's a really interesting one. I mean, it gets the job done technically, but at least salt doesn't have a horrible aftertaste. Like, that'd be my opinion on it. I mean, it kills germs. So it's like you look at it and it's like, oh, well, it must work because it kills germs. So, like, I understand the reasoning behind it. Alright, let's see here. Yoink. Alright, cool. Okay, so I think we craft 20 of those, and then we get this and craft that. Alright, and then let's put our torches back in our offhand. I would like to see. Yoink. Alright. Put finishing touches on that. I need some slabs to finish that off, but that's not that hard to get. And then we have the ladder, so I don't need an open floor plan in the... Oh, you're gonna be weird about it. Oh, joy. Okay. Oh, never mind. You decided to work. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay. Yes. Good. Good, 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 good. Alright, now... Are you kidding me? Alright, well, I guess I can do this. I don't know, they need to include, like, a tool that you can, like, switch things around or something like that. I think that should be one of their next things. Let's grab 25 more logs. Yoink. And yoink. Rats. Alright. Yoink. It still works out. I might move. Wait, hold up. Never mind. Yeah. I was like, I might move the torches, like, over ones, that way it can be put on these walls. The only thing is, I didn't have to. I was just thinking something in my head, and something else was true. Alright, rats. Yoink myself over here. For a second there, I thought I'd just ripped that door off its hinges. And I was like, oh boy. But nope, we're all good. I will say, I kind of like having like the storage cobblestone vibe to the bottom part. And like the worker vibe to the bottom part. You don't know how to paint branches? Basically, I'm gonna tell you how I like sort of kind of do it. Basically, you start with like drawing like almost like you start by drawing a line. Don't make it straight. Throw in like a couple bends and curves, and then you like branch out from that. And if you happen to like make one slightly thicker than you want, like the biggest problem that I had was like I wanted it to be perfect, and that's really hard to do. And so it was like me trying not to beat myself up over the fact that it wasn't exactly how I wanted it. So yeah. But whenever you go back because I got really good at it. I had like a whole stint. I still enjoy doing it, but I had a whole stint where I was just like I literally took a gel pen and literally just started drawing like trees and bushes and stuff. And it was like it was very similar to Japanese cherry tree art. So I know sort of kind of how to do it, but you just have to remind yourself, like, whenever you look at like actual branches and stuff like in nature, they also have really weird things going on. So it's like they'll have the occasional knobbly part that's wider and makes absolutely no sense from an artist's point of view, but in reality that's actually how it is. Yoink. Alright. I think that's our house done. If I'm not mistaken. Well, house done for the most part. There's a couple things we need to do. Like, get all of this stuff. The void hearts, I just have to stay out at night. Sturdy chitin, that's gonna be annoying. Ay. You know what? In the meantime, we're gonna go visit some dinosaurs. Okay, that's food. Yes, alright. Do I have health pots? I do have health pots. Let's go. Alright. I would like to say that everything is already. Shadow weave, heavy leather, a lot of heavy leather for a tier 3. Ay. Why you need so much heavy leather? Oh, that's unfortunate. I will say that's like one of the unfortunate things about animals is we have a... Well, okay, for most animals we have a longer life than them. Parrots, it's not the case. You know what? I'm gonna craft a cobalt sword. Do I need it? No. Will it come in handy? Absolutely, because it deals more damage. And it also looks really cool. Alright. We can sleep. Oh, we can sleep starting in an hour. Which isn't actually an hour. Alright. We have these spare cobalt daggers, which is nice. Okay, let me... I don't need stamina potions. I'll keep the energy potions. The energy potions are great for, like, boss fights, I guess. And I would say probably PvP. Like, there's definitely a couple features in here that you look at and you're like, these are 100% PvP oriented. No, yeah, let's just craft a bunch of these. Alright. Yoink. I am so ready for battle. 19 minutes. Yep, it's gotta get dark for whatever reason. They just really like you to sleep whenever it gets dark, not during the day. Can't imagine why that is. Alright. I guess we could clear out paths for where I want stuff. This is gonna be sort of kind of like a cooking area ish. Alright, okay, we can definitely put my spare iron pickaxe. We can sleep now. Let's go. Turn the lights out. We're going to bed. Alright. We're up. We're awake. And it's raining. Lovely. Okay. So we want to head up here to the Badlands bed. That's technically how you leave checkmark. I mean, like, waypoints in here is you literally just, like, set a bed. and name it whatever it is. Which I think is kind of smart, because then you don't have to worry about having a Badlands, like, well, having a waypoint system. The only downside is you then have to... Oh. It froze on me. It's back. Let's go. The only downside is then you have to, like, set a bed for every spot. And so it's like, in multiplayer, if somebody breaks that bed... Oh, hey, Grizzly. Then... Waypoint's kind of cooked. If we're being honest. Okay. Yeah. You roar at me and then you run away because you're not actually a violent mob, you're a passive mob. Which I find absolutely hilarious. Alright. Am I seriously loading that many new things in? There's no way I'm loading that much new things in. Well, then again, I'm loading in all that. Okay. Give you a sec to work yourself out. Hopefully that works. It didn't. Alright. Woodpecker. Very nice. Okay. Might need to lower my render distance, in all honesty. Video. View distance. Oh, okay. There was like an... Oh, where do you hide that? Okay. You know what? Save changes. There's a grizzly bear. Okay, yeah, it's... It's running slightly smoother. Okay. It might just be that we set the render distance too high. My laptop's beefy. It's not that beefy though, apparently. Yeah, I think it's render distance. Okay. Settings. Video. Alright, yoink. 384. Slightly better. The only problem... Oh, it doesn't even shrink the map. I was gonna say, the only problem that I have with it is that it shrinks the map, but it doesn't anymore. So I guess they got that figured out, I would assume. Pufferfish. That seems like it'd be helpful for me. Also, apparently there's like scuba tanks. There's a hammerhead shark. Oh, there's like a coral reef too. Get me to the surface. I need to breathe. That coral looks good. Really big though. I will say that. Hello, moray eel. I'm gonna just swim right past you. You can ignore me. You don't attack unless you're attacked, right? I have absolutely no idea. There's a high chance that they attack first. So if I had to guess, it's loading new stuff in. And that's why it's being so horrible right now. Ouch. Come here. Hey, buddy. Alright. Eat, get my health up. Switch over to the sword so we can see. Watch out for the booms. Because these boom mushrooms are not super user-friendly. They like to blow up in your face. That's unfortunate. Adamantite? Don't mind if I do. I'm beginning to question the validity of the meat he just dropped. He had, like, no meat on him. He had, like, moss. Well, that was it. I mean, it kinda does look like a croissant. I don't know if people like green croissants. Alright. Yoink. And we're gonna do what they tell us to never do in Minecraft, which clearly doesn't apply here. And that is dig straight down. Totally safe. I did watch the Super Bowl. Not gonna lie, you probably could have missed like the first half at least and been perfectly fine. And like just pick up watching in the start of the third quarter. Yes, this is what I want. What team did I cheer for? I probably cheered more for the Seahawks. It was like, I looked at it and I was like, I mean, if the Patriots got it, they got it, but I don't know. Like, I honestly feel like they just shoved Drake May out there way too fast and soon. Yeah. But yeah. I personally am a Chiefs fan. I have been since 2007. So like it was long before Taylor Swift and that atrocious mess. I just like that I have to clarify that. But yeah. It was, you know, I mean, part of me was like, Bills Mafia. Bills honestly probably should have made it to this Super Bowl. They like had everything, they just didn't put it together in time, I think. More cobalt. Thank you. Alright. You know what? I've got no reason to chuck anything in the backpack until I have a full stack of it, I would say. Once I have a full stack of it, then it can go in the backpack. Oh, yep. Thorium pickaxe. Adamantite mining takes so much out of your pickaxe. My opinion on the whole like Bad Bunny halftime show ordeal was, yeah, it definitely gave a very strong message. My whole opinion on like the Bad Bunny halftime show was, it's an American sport, and you put a Spanish speaker in, you know, like I like sort of kind of understand the NFL's perspective on it. I was just kind of looking at it and I was like, eh. Like the main problem that I have with him is, you know, like it's not that he sung in Spanish. It was the fact that he's anti-American, which like, it's like you're singing at America's sport. Like, how can you be anti-American and singing for the biggest game in an American sport? I'm not in charge of it, so, no. Like, I don't have any control over who they decide to put in it. But yeah, like, in all honesty, if he wasn't like openly anti-American, there probably would have been nothing too wrong with it. The only thing is, it's like 99% of your audience speaks English. Sing songs in English. But people have their ways of doing things. You try to speak up and change what you don't like, but at the end of the day, it's their call. No, okay, I didn't. What was that noise? Sir? Get a better soundtrack. Ay, 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 ay. Oh my word, chat, what was that noise? Yikes. Yeah. I will say, like, I don't think the West, you know, like, a lot of people have been saying that, you know, like, the USA is a mess, the West is declining, this, that, and the other, oh no. I look at it and it's like, I truly think, like, we have time, but, like, people definitely need to wake up to what's going on. So it's like, you have all the West, and, you know, like, there's definitely, like, things happening that need to be addressed, and it's really hard in today's day and age, especially when everyone's like, oh, that offends me. And it's like, people have started taking this approach to everything where it's like, if it offends anyone, it's bad. Therefore, we must cancel it. Therefore, we must get rid of it. We can't have it. And that's a very problematic viewpoint, because it's like, you're gonna offend people. Like, I'm sorry, it's just gonna happen. That's how having an opinion works. Yeah. Well, and like, on top of that, you have another problem of it is, and, you know, like, I'm not saying we need to, like, out everyone all of a sudden, because, you know, like, the people in the government do know what they're doing, ish. They squabble a lot, they fight a lot, but that's, like, the whole intention of how America was set up. And so it's designed to, like, have them go through stuff a whole lot slower. But, you know what I mean? Everyone's looking at, like, all the politicians that we have in DC, and they're like, no offense, but you're old. Like, you're older people who are out of touch, and a bunch of the stuff you're doing is purely for you. And so it's like, I don't know, maybe I need to, like, make commentary videos like Rec does on, like, stuff that's going on and, like, my opinions on things. But, you know what I mean, it's like, honestly, looking at it, it's like, I think people need to be reminded why America was great. Yeah. Honestly fair. Trump is very much an interesting person, but I do feel like people need to be reminded why America started off so great. Because back when America, like, declared her independence, what was going on in the world? You know, like, England was taken over, this, that, and the other. You know, like, they had literally control of most of the world, pretty much, or, like, at least a say in most of the world. And so, you know, like, you're looking at it and it's like, okay, so you had a couple of major revolutions in the time frame when America got her independence. The main other one is the French Revolution. So then you look at it, the American Revolution, Yeah. Yeah, New York City honestly is a mess right now with Mamdani. But you look at the roots of the American Revolution and the roots of the French Revolution. And the American Revolution, the founding fathers wanted peace. You know, like, they literally were trying to reach out to England to the last second when King George said, we're going to war with you. They were literally trying to reach out to the last second to get them to be, like, peaceful and, like, resolve this in a good way. And so then they try to resolve it in a peaceful way. King George shuts them down. They go to war. But the founding fathers had based everything that they had seen, so, like, and that they based, like, the entire revolution off of we're going with the Bible, and so we're rooting everything in the Bible. And then they also rooted all the government in the Bible. Their view of man was man is evil, you know, like, inherently evil. Oi? Is there no bedrock now? Anyway, but their view of man was man is evil, so we need to put safeguards in place to prevent man that's in authority from taking over and taking advantage of the weaker. And so that was, like, their whole view on it. And so when you look at it, and that's how they based everything off of. That's why the American Revolution succeeded, is because it was based in the Bible. It was based on understanding the nature of man, and then therefore understanding, like, all of the other things that man does. The French Revolution, however, was pretty much based around this is what we want, so this is what we're gonna get. And so the French Revolution was a major bloodbath because of that. Yeah. It was entirely rebellious, and so it's like the road that America is heading down right now, unless we change stuff, it will be another French Revolution. And there will be purges, and it's not gonna be pretty. You know, like, honestly, what we need is a revival, not a revolution. Because a revolution typically means that there is war. And we don't need war to solve things. And so, you know, like, it... Yeah. Well, and a lot of people are just too scared because of what people have done. Okay, where are you? Why are you invisible? I dislike this. A lot of people are scared that if they, like, talk out on, like, what needs to change in America, then they're gonna get canceled and whatnot. Which is honestly a major problem. because, you know, I mean, it's like people need to be able to say, this is what's wrong with our country, this is what we need to do to fix it. You know, like, and it starts with grounding America back in the Bible. A lot of people are like trying to get away from it today because they're like, oh, that's offensive. You know, like, you want to go back to the Bible because they're like viewing it as quote unquote a white man's religion. And I always laugh at that because it's like, you know that the Bible went to Ethiopia, right? Like, it didn't start out in Ethiopia, but it was like one of the first places that it went outside of Israel was Ethiopia. Yeah. Well, and that, you could technically, for that problem, you could blame the rise of technology. Because, you know, like, you have people who want to stay inside, don't want to go out, they want to hop on video games and play. And so technically you could argue, well, why are you playing video games right now if that's the whole premise? It comes from people wanting to play video games all the time, only having an online presence, not wanting to go out and talk to other people. You know, like, I still go out and be social, do things on my college campus that, you know, like, other people are doing. And so, you know, I mean, it's like, you do have to go be social, but that's one of the main problems with society, technically, is they don't want to be social. They don't know how to work together in real life. All they know is, well, this is what I want, and what they see online is, if you don't want the same thing I want, then you're obviously offending me. And so then they don't try to resolve conflicts, they don't try to work together. Yeah. And it's like, it's not that hard to go sit down, talk it out. The only problem is they don't want to sit down and talk it out. They want to be grumpy at each other. They want to be mad at each other, and it's for no reason. And so, you know, it's like, this will sound really cliche, but the change really does start with us. We have to look at it and say, there's a problem, we're gonna be the change. It may be hard, but it's gonna be so much better, because you have to think about it. We're not doing this just for us. We're doing this for the future of humanity. And so, like, there's so much more that matters than just us. I've seen a statistic, and it's honestly extremely sad and disappointing, but 1/3 of Gen Z was killed by one way. And, you know, some people, I saw it, they were like doing a man on the street interview, and they were like, how do you think, you know, like, 1/3 of Gen Z has been killed by one thing. What do you think it is? Some people were like, drugs. Some people said suicide. It wasn't any of that. It was abortion. 1/3 of Gen Z didn't have a chance at life. And, you know, you look at that and you're like, okay, 1/3 of Gen Z. There's already a ridiculous amount of, you know, like, there's already a really large number of Gen Zers out there. If you take 1/3 of that, how many new Albert Einsteins? How many new revolutionary, like, people that would think up all these new ways to do things, better ways to do things? How many of those people are dead? And, like, you look at it and it's like, they never got a chance at life. So, it's honestly really unfortunate. I wish it wasn't the case, but it is. And so you just have to look at that and say, we need to be the change. Because if we're not the change, things aren't going to get better. And so, like, it's one of those things that people don't like talking about, but it's also a thing where people need to start talking about it. Hello, burnt zombie. Eh. Well, here's my opinion on, like, the US being in all of that stuff. Like, UN, World Health Organization. The World Health Organization is the one that told us all to basically go into lockdown because of COVID. So, like, people don't necessarily like the World Health Organization. Like, going into lockdown because of COVID maybe helped a little bit. My repair kit's gone because I died in a not supported way. But the World Health Organization, they look at it and they say, here's what we think is best, but people have slowly been looking at it and they're like, but that was, like, nowhere near the best. Like, for most people, COVID-19 was a worse flu. And you also have to think about, America is typically the #1 financial provider for those things. We pay most of the bills. So you have something where people want the US to stay in, just that way we can pay all their bills. And I forget which organization specifically this was, but, like, one of the organizations was, like, doing a study on penguins. And it wasn't, like, a logical study, like, where do they go? Or what's their eating behavior, or all this other stuff. No, it was, are they homosexual? I hate to break it to you, but penguins do not have gender identity crisis and want to be homosexual. Like, that's just not in their nature. That's not how God created them. And it's like, we could be doing so many better things with our money. But nope, that's what we decided to do. So, it's one of those things where it's like, all the people in these, like, big organizations, you kind of begin to wonder, like, what do you think money should be spent on? Like, I would love to ask them, what do you think a good use of money is in whatever organization you're in? So, yeah, it's unfortunate that I like wasting money. But it's all because it's not their money. They're taking it from all these people, and all they see is, oh, we got paid this amount of money. We can go launch this random study that nobody needs, but that we feel like is necessary because we need something to spend our money on. So, yeah. You know, I mean, you look at it and it's like, there's a lot better things that you could be spending money on. One of the big things that I'm looking at, since I'm in the finance class, like I told you, and one of the big things that I was looking at was the taxes that people pay are actually kind of insane. And you know, everyone always is like, oh, tax the rich, tax the rich. We need to tax the rich for all they're worth because they're making so much more than us. Number one, they earned that money, fair and square. Number two, on top of that, and this is gonna hurt my soul, but I have to craft a crude pickaxe. Number two, on top of that, you look at it and you're like, they made all the money fair and square. And to top it all off, they're paying 37% on like pretty much every dollar they make, because 37% starts at like, I want to say the number's like $608,000. Like everything past that you get taxed 37%. And so most of the rich people, they're paying in that 37%. Are we for real right now? And so, you know, health related, so this fate mayor, random angry guy. About abortion rights. Okay. So the whole thing on abortion is like a really dicey situation, because you know, like on one side you have people who are like, well, it should be an option. On the other side you have people who say, but it's a human life. I personally align with the people that say it's a human life. I look at it and it's like, I feel like we should give them a chance. And of course the argument is, oh well, what happens if, you know, like the child came into existence under traumatic circumstances and they're not going to have a good life. It really, like, there are options for all of that, you know, and it's unfortunate, you know, that human nature is human nature. There's sin that happens, and sometimes, you know, like a child is caught in the crossfire, and it's never pretty. I would say, like, in all honesty, you know, like, not to be like, this will change your opinion, my opinion's right, or whatnot, but like, go watch an abortion take place. You know, like, I'm fairly confident there's videos online. Go watch it. And like, maybe that'll help shed some light. And you know, like, I can understand the people that argue that it should be a right. I can also understand the people that argue that it shouldn't be in consideration at all. But like at the same time, it's killing so many people. That I would agree, you know, like definitely nothing unsafe. And on the point of the whole argument, it's their body, their choice. It, you know, like from a secular point of view, it makes perfect sense because, you know, I mean, it's like they're connected to me. They're not a part. They're still a part of me. Therefore, I should decide what I want to do. From the Christian point of view, they're two separate people. They're only connected so that way the one can develop. And so it's and it, you know, like you could technically argue for either side, but it all goes back to what you believe to start with. And so, you know, like this is why it's such a touchy subject, is because one group believes one thing, the other group believes another thing. And I'm gonna die on this hill for both groups. And so that's why it hasn't made much headway. Are you kidding me? I love this. Can I get to the surface, please? That's lava. Absolutely not. But yeah, you know, I can see the argument for both sides. And you know, like, people argue all the time, there's only one right opinion. Okay, I'll give you that there is only one right opinion. But like, at the same time, you should also... We're at the top! At the same time, it's like, if you just criticize the other person for their view, yeah. And, you know, like, another argument that some people make is, like, I don't have a place for this child to be. And a lot of people have looked at that problem and they're like, there is adoption. And one thing that you, like, also noting is helpful is most new mothers, like, you know, like, you can have somebody who's like, all right, I'm gonna have the baby, but I'm gonna put it up for adoption. Sometimes they do still put it up for adoption, but then there's other times where they look at it and they're like, there's no way. You know, like, I don't know why I ever thought that I should not have this child. And so, yeah, I mean, like, in all honesty, it comes down to a lot of opinion stuff. But, you know, like, in the end, you have to decide where you stand. Like, you can hear all the different arguments and everything, but in reality, if you like already have an opinion and you already know what you stand on, it's like both sides want you to change to their side. And so it's a dicey situation. It's a really, like, long argument. for me and like all the Christians out there, it's like a moral thing. Like, this is the correct choice, but for others, it's like it's just an opinion, and so it really comes down to, yeah, and like my opinion from personal experience and from like knowing what Gen Z, since I'm a part of it, wants and likes, trying to force your opinion on someone is not the way to get them to change. You know, like, I would maybe argue like debating them isn't even the way to get them to change, because a lot of people can't have the argument because they just break down into you're wrong. And so you have to like figure out a way to like convey both sides, and then in reality you just have to let them decide. You can't decide for them. It's kind of like you can take a mule to water, but you can't force him to drink. So yeah. But yeah, that's my whole opinion on it. It definitely is a dicey situation that honestly people could probably talk for hours about. But it's like, in all honesty, you just need to know and or decide where you stand. Like, you need to be like, this is where I'm at. You know, like, honestly, just be able to, like, if you're able to debate people, you're already so far ahead of, like, a lot of other teens in today's day and age, because they just don't know how to have a decent conversation and debate. You know what I mean? It's like, at the end of the day, some people, you just can't change their opinion. And you can try for, you know, like, some people try for years to change other people's opinions. And it's like, eventually you have to realize they're never going to change their opinion. And sometimes arguing just cements their opinion even more. Because they look at it and they say, well, you obviously are arguing. Yeah. There are definitely some people like that. And, you know, I mean, it's like people just need to understand that some people have opinions and it's just not going to change. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. I might make this rats, I don't know how to take a screenshot and hide my stuff. No. But I mean, it's like, at the end of the day, we're all humans. We all make mistakes. You know, like, there can be a right and wrong side, but you also have to acknowledge that some people just will not change their opinions. And, you know, I mean, like, for some people that's hard, because they always think that they're right, and that you should just align yourself with them, but if people aren't going to change their opinions, people won't change their opinions, and arguing's just going to make it worse. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll make a commentary video on it, and like say more of what I think. Yeah. I would also say that the man should also take responsibility and like shouldn't walk out and be like, oh, well, you should have been more careful. Like, no. The man should 100% help support. As well, because, you know, like, he's technically half the problem. And so, you know, I mean, it's like, it's a whole thing. And in reality, it just comes down to whether or not you're Christian in our reality, because, you know, like, Christians have morals, unsaved and or worldly people don't. And so, you know, like, we care about people. A lot of other people are just, like, out for themselves. Yeah. I would say the man should definitely support the woman, though. But yeah, that's my whole opinion on it. There's probably a lot more I could technically cover. But this boy's got college stuff to work on, and server stuff to work on, and life stuff to work on. So I'm gonna be going very shortly. Yeah. And, you know what I mean? It's like, in all honesty, if you're gonna have an opinion, you should be able to back it up, too. Like, it shouldn't just be, well, it's because I'm right. Because, you know, like, when people look at you and you just say, well, it's because I'm right, people have no respect for your opinion. They won't ever respect you as a person. They'll just look at you and say, well, you just think that you're right because that's your opinion. So, you have to really just look at it and say, why do I believe this? And that will help people understand your perspective a lot. That'll give people respect for you. Yeah. And so, you know, I mean, it's like, yeah. Definitely a valid crash out from you. In that, if they, you know, like, they just think that they're right because they're right, you know. And so, you know, I mean, it's like, you have to have a reason why you think your opinion's right. Because why should I believe you if all you can say is, well, because I'm right? Yeah. I would say for those people that are just like, well, because I'm right, I would say try to end the conversation decently fast, because you're not gonna get anywhere with them. So, you know, like, that in my opinion is how you, like, treat it. It's difficult at times, but that's when, for me, if you're a Christian, you just pray and say, hey God, I need a lot of help right now with this stubborn person. Yeah. Well, in the end, you just remind yourself they're human. They're not perfect. They're gonna mess up. I just have to do my best to not mess up at the same scale. Yeah, like, not trying to be better than them, but also, like, not trying to make it into a fist fight of a argument / debate. But yeah, I will say, everyone definitely does get mad at times. It just happens. But you... Yeah. Hey, Sandy Hugh. I'm doing pretty good. I'm enjoying chatting with people. Let's see how much of that gets cooked up before the coal runs out. But yeah. When I like go to debate people and stuff, you know what I mean? It's like, at the end of the day, we're all humans. We all live on the same earth. There's a chance we run into each other again. So I'm gonna try to be friendly. And if you get mad at me, you're mad at me. It doesn't affect me because I'm not letting anger chew me up about you, so it's definitely a very fun thing that people have to work out. But everyone's gonna be living on the same white earth. And if we disagree, then in the end, it's like being able to resolve conflicts is a much needed skill. And yes, Sandy, I am definitely enjoying playing this. The progression is different than Minecraft, so it's definitely a lot of fun. I finished building this at the start of today's stream. So I would say if you want to add another game similar to Minecraft to your like game library, absolutely go for it. I've heard opinions where people are like, oh no, it's worse, or I can do that with mods. I mean, technically, yes, you can do that with mods, but Hytale is its own separate game. It's phenomenal. The devs really put the work in, and they're still working on it. It's getting better. So, Minecraft, Hytale, take your pick. They're both nice to play, fun to play. Minecraft definitely has a lot more mods, but it's also been out for exponentially longer amount of time currently. So Hytale's fun. Minecraft's fun. Neither of them take the place of the other. That's pretty much my opinion on the games. But yeah. Well, I think I'm going to craft a new pick, since it's pretty easy to craft and this one's broken. And then I think, chat, I'm gonna end stream. It's been an absolute blast talking to you guys. You know, you gotta be able to talk with people. Oh my goodness, how in the world do I have 16 viewers? Sandy, I play Elite Dangerous, Rocket League. Oh, are there any others that I've been playing recently? Medieval Dynasty is another one. Portal and Portal 2. Absolutely. But yeah, for all the 16 of you that decided to show up, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That's crazy. I just looked over and it's just jumped. I think this is the most views I've ever had on a stream, and it's right at the end. So, I don't know, I might maybe do a little bit more. Oh my word. Like, wow. I just look over, and it's like, yup. So, you have 18 people watching your stream currently. And it's like, say what? Don't go out, fire. So, I do have college stuff to do, but if the 18 of you want to stick around, we can go on a small side trek, and I guess we get Shadowweave Cloth, since that's something we need for Cobalt stuff. And my goodness, I am... Wow. I was not expecting to hit 18. 18 viewers right now is crazy. Thanks. I try to be more friendly because, you know, I mean, it's like, I will say, content-wise, there is definitely a place for, you know, like, all the screaming, excitement, hype, whatever you want to call it. There's definitely a place for it. But it's like, some people literally just want to relax and watch somebody and just have fun and chill and talk. And so, you know, it's really to each his own. I plan on definitely keeping it up. With college right now, it's like somewhat harder to do like all the energetic, really hype in your face content. Just because, you know, like, you're tired from college, and then on top of that you also have, you know, like, you're doing YouTube, and so college is your job, but then you also have YouTube, which is also your job. And YouTube's not paying me right now because I don't have my channel monetized, which I don't have a problem with. But I do have a Patreon if you guys want to support it. But wow, I was not expecting to look over and see 18 people watching my stream. What part of streaming do I enjoy the most? Honestly, probably talking with people, like, in real time. Because, you know what I mean, it's like, I can have a conversation with you, you know, like, through YouTube, you know, like, YouTube comments. But, you know, like, if I can talk with you in real time, then, like, I can explain all the different stuff. That, you know, like, this is why I think this way. This is why I do it this way. You know what I mean? Like, all those things. And... Get wrecked, nerd. All those things, and, you know what I mean? It's like, making videos is, like, decently fun, but whenever you stream, you, like, can really connect with people. Alright. So, there's a feral dog. No thank you. I apologize, but I really do not want to... Ouch. I've been here before, I know that. Came here for Shadowweave scraps. But yeah. You know, and it's like, I just try to be kind, engaging with people, you know, I'll share my opinion, but you know, like I'll be like, at the end of the day, you have to decide your own opinion. You know, like it's just stuff that makes common sense. And, you know, just try to be pleasant, because too many times people just are super grumpy at other people for no apparent reason. But yeah, oh my goodness, I still cannot believe that my stream just shot up. I cannot wait to look at the graph and just see. Yeah. I look at it and it's like, why would you be a grump? Sir, did you bite me? That was rude. I was just talking about not being a grump and you decided to bite me. How does that help my conversation? Well, but that you don't have to grump at people for. That you just have to... That you can be a little disgruntled with yourself. Hello there, bear. Yoink. Alright. Eat some food. There should be, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, there's another grizzly bear. Did you just spawn in, sir? You spawned in to wreak havoc on my day? Because if so, that was very rude. Alright. Eat this. Hello, frost skeleton fighter. Yoink. Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that. I forgot you could just literally slam people with your shield. Yeah, sure. I am open to answer any questions to the best of my ability. Hello there, pig. Ah, there's another grizzly. Sir, I would say I don't want to see you, but I need heavy leather, and you're kind of one of the only places to get it. But yeah, I will say, like, streams are definitely the place to ask questions. If you want to ask questions, because technically the people can't run away. I wanted to offer my help for your stream channel. I do create clean visuals. Potentially. I wouldn't mind looking at it. Yikes, bear, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I would say I'm like decently comfortable with where I'm at, but like you could definitely show me what you got, and like if there is stuff, I'd be down to like get some of it. So you should be able to see my email in my description of my channel. So email me the stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, that works. Sirs, chillax. What did I do? What did I do? Why are you mad at me? I walk near you, and my word, you're a sniper. But yeah, I'm open to things. I don't think I've been here before. I feel like I would have remembered that. Oh, there's just thorium on the ground. Okay. What is going on? Do you guys bug, or are you guys just here? You guys are just here. Okay. Cool beans. But yeah. I'm down to see stuff for sure. Alright. Just some free cobalt. Don't mind if I do. Sir, where are you trying to snipe me from? There's ridiculous, and then there's this. There you are. Except that's not actually you. What in the world? Oh. Oh, yeah. Hey. So, there's a link in the description of this live stream, or at least there should be, for my Discord channel. Like, not Discord channel, Discord, server. And so, join that, and then DM me from there. Sorry, I thought... Oh, you're playing dead, that's why I couldn't find you. I thought you said that you had already had my Discord. That's my bad. Whoa, boy. Hey, chat. Wait, actually, no, we still have 18 people. We could be adventurous. I choose adventure today. For now. Have they made the chop? Oh, they completely disabled the GUI for it. Never mind. I was about to be like, have they enabled the chopping block finally? Nope, they are still working on it. I think it's gonna be made to where you can craft sticks and stuff with it. There's a staircase. Never mind the fact that I could have gone around the back. We love inefficiency. Yoink. Thank you. Oh, that's an ancient torch. That's not a regular torch. You're ancient. Oh my goodness. Hello, thorium. But yeah. Honestly, with 18 people watching and probably more coming in, I think we could get to 525, or way past 225. Definitely don't want to go back down to 225. I think we can get easily past 525. I don't know. That might be too difficult. Okay. Yeah. 1 second. Let me mine this thorium. And since Hytale decides to leave the screen up, I will really quickly go check that out. I want to say this is the first time I've like actually truly gone and mined a load of thorium. I want to say I've found most of it. On this world, at least. Small chest. Thank you, friend, for the health potions. Essence of life. Feels so lively with that. You have no idea. Alright. let's be honest, who needs salt? Alright, let me check Discord real fast. I'll check it on my phone, I guess. Discord, Sandy. Oh, interesting. I will say the cover, like just the cover one looks amazing. Wow. These are good. I might have you design a banner for me, since I don't know if you guys can tell, but the current banner is not that great. I might have thrown it together in like 10 minutes in Paint, and all the artists watching are wincing in pain. But yeah, I might. Oh well, we'll have to see. We could definitely probably work something out. Shane, what are you doing with your life? Yeah, we could probably talk after stream. I have some stuff to do on the server, but I could definitely talk for a couple minutes right after stream. So, yes indeed. But yeah, I still cannot believe that I have 17 people watching me. Alright. Have fun, Malicious, in your art lesson. I don't know, maybe you can show your art teacher how I draw tree branches. But yeah, definitely a good talk, Malicious. Yes, indeed. But yeah, I will definitely see you later. Have fun at art. Enjoy it. Alright. Next level. I see more. Hit. Oh, great. Alright, chat. Yay. Well, I guess the one thing that we can take away from that is look before you stab somebody. Whoops. Definitely did not mean to do that. Oh boy. Alright. Plop here. Oh, whoops. Hey, I mean, I gotta make the stream interesting somehow. I have 17 people watching. My goodness, I did not think 17 people would tune in to me today. And it's technically even more than that because that's 17 people currently. Can I get up this wall, please? Thank you. Burnt skeleton soldier. I'll be staying away from you at the moment because I gotta get back to my loot. Because I definitely did not die on accident. And that was intentional. Yoink. Thanks for making that steam. Okay. Technically, I can get way fast across the water with this guy, but I'm not going to because it's maybe a tad bit inhumane, and I may have discovered it by accident. Alright, let's go. 521 subs, let's go. We are getting back our stuff. You may have knocked me into a hole, but I can bounce back further. I also find it really funny that the water bucket loses durability. But then you place it and pick it back up and the durability's back. I really hope that they don't count that as a bug. Because that should definitely not be a bug, that should definitely be a fact. There's a polar bear. I'm not here, sir. I did not walk through your front lawn. Everything's perfectly fine. Oh, that's purple. Go back to normal, please and thank you. I would like to live. I don't actually know what happens if you run yourself all the way through purple. But I can only imagine bad things because some people that I was watching when it first came out, they were like, purple's bad. We're gonna wait until the purple goes away. So I guess I could test it, but... Okay, I would like up, please. Thank you. Oh, and the death is right here. How convenient. Is it? No, this is another one that's similar to that one. That's crazy. There's multiple of them. So if... No. Little green eye guys, you don't have to worry about me. I'm not here. I'm not here. Go. I said I'm not here. Okay, well you're not helping. And you just kept on running away. Alright, eat food. Sir. Do you understand the meaning of I'm not here? Ay, ay, ay. Hello, moose. This is the one. This is my one. Yoink. Alright. Staircase. Down. And then we drop down here. Hello there, sir. Yoink, some arrows and some thorium. And oh, okay, so that's why I died. I just fell through like 3 layers. Ay, chat, this is gonna be fun. This is like the most action I've had in a long time. Yoink. Pop this. I know what I'm doing. Hey guys, we can talk about this, right? Okay. Chat, I don't think they want to talk. You know, something just tells me they dislike talking. Chat, they don't want to talk. I knew I shouldn't have gone for that. Okay. Alright, which way's back? Again. Well, you guys are getting action, that's for sure. Okay, we took this away last time. Except not fully this away. There's a... No. No. No, this is too early. Too early on the trek. No. 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 Chat, we're ending the stream with my stuff. They cannot keep my stuff hostage. Okay. I dislike the fact that it's dark. This is bad for content purposes and bad for retrieval purposes. But then again, technically you have to make your own content, so... I guess it's good for content? Maybe? I don't know. I will say, even if you guys, like, don't subscribe, looking over and seeing 17 and 18 as the number of people watching currently is... it's phenomenal to see. It's genuinely, like... there is nothing that can replace the feeling of looking over and just seeing loads of people all watching you. Death Day 13, is that... I'm going the wrong way? Bruh. Alright. Can it become days that way I can actually see where I'm going? Because I dislike running blind. Because how do I know if I've hit a wall? I have to have a torch out. And then that means that I can't use my daggers, which are really fast for travel. I almost wish that they like made an attachment to where you could have like a light on your helmet or something like that. I completely understand the daggers taken up both. Yeah. I hate lava. Absolutely not. Oh my goodness. And this is why I would appreciate it if the sun was out. Because it is dark out. Okay. Oh yeah, let's just run right straight through the evil mansion that can definitely kill you. Ay ay ay. I'm gonna have to repair my stuff. Chat, we have to run next to the evil mansion. We have to run. Never mind, we're running on top of the evil mansion. If they asked, I was never there. We were out smashing mailboxes. Okay, can I... Okay, the ladder is working. Oh my word. Okay, last run was super clean. This run is not. I chose like the worst terrain to run over. How is there more? That didn't make any sense. Yoink. Alright, wait for my energy to regain. Chad, if I get my stuff back for the end of the stream, you guys have to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Never mind the fact that it was technically a slight skill issue that I lost it in the first place this time. The first time, that was a genuine accident. The second time, absolutely not. That was a skill issue. Why is there... Why? No. No. You know how annoying you are. Why you have to show up now? Floaty dude. No. I'm not here. It's like the polar bear. I'm gonna just run past you. I have no quarrels with you. Yet. Snake? What in the world? Alright. We're close. Ow. Alright. Eat a fruit skewer. Yoink. I value light at the moment. Is it turning day? Or do my eyes deceive me? My eyes deceive me. I'm disappointed. I was really hoping it was going to turn day. Alright. So chat. This is about to be nuts. Like, last time it was bad. Worse. It could be better. I'm banking on worse, unfortunately. Yoink. Alright. I keep on finding new stuff to loot. There's more health potions. I will take it. Alright. Of course you can't water bucket clutch. Chat, we got our stuff back. Now we have to get out of here. Sir, have you ever heard of Leave a Man Be? Didn't think you had. Well, let me introduce you to it. I overshot? Oh, you're dead. That's why I wasn't hitting anything. There was nothing to hit. Okay, you guys hurt a lot. Hallelujah, you guys are dead. Never in my life have I been so grateful that an NPC died. Alright. I could regen it naturally, but there is no point. Oh, okay, that was the health potion. I was like, what just happened? Why was there magic going? Nope, it was just a health potion trying to be helpful. And terrifying me at the same time. And it goes deeper. Ay, ay, ay. There's a copper sword. We're a little bit late for that level. I feel like if I was coming in here with copper armor, I'd be dead. Very quickly. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe they thought that it would be slightly easier. Maybe it's just a skill issue. Or maybe I'm just not playing it right. Okay. Hello. You're annoying. But it's okay. Because you're gone. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Take, yoink. Don't need dry logs as much as they could be potentially nice, I guess. I do not need them. You dripping out of the ceiling? Alright. Oh, and there's a staircase. You can't hit me. I have the low ground. You guys can't hit me. What? No, 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 no. That is not how this works. Okay, and the daggers are technically better. But for this style of combat, I need to be able to see. Okay. Another health potion. Down the hatch. Yeebidoo. Oof. Alright. Takes 5 arrows. Yeebidoo. What's down here? Oh, this wall. Alright. Well, chat, stream has officially been on for 2 hours, which is insane. And I did get my stuff. So I would say you guys have to subscribe, but it's really... Subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. Alright. Yep, that hurt. Pop another health pot. Oh my goodness. There's cobalt here. Okay. I can climb the ropes. I don't know why it wasn't letting me earlier. I guess we'll never know. Okay. I've already... It's acting like I've been here, but I feel like I haven't been. No, I have. I'm just going crazy. It's not that hard to remember where you've been. This horrible place. How are you shooting at me from over there? What sniper are you? Okay. Easy dubs. Alright. Oh. So this is that whole other dungeon place thing that I was seeing. High roll loot chests. It's okay. Could be better, could be worse. Well. Dark Temple Coffin. That sounds friendly. Definitely something that will let you stay the night. Alright. Yoink, yoink. Take all the food out of the barrels that we're not gonna question how long they've been there. Iron gauntlets. See, like, this is ironed here. Why is this ironed here? This should be, like, at least thorium. Cobalt, probably, honestly. Like, I could see if you didn't want to give me... Look, just because I can hit you does not mean that you should be able to hit me. He's dead. Hallelujah. Him still standing up when he was dead terrified me, because I was like, hey buddy, you're dead. Please lay down. Whoa, boy. Alright. But yeah. So for those of you guys watching that want to come back and watch me in the future, I try to stream Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, sometime between typically 1 and 3 Central Time. But yeah, it's pretty much this style of gameplay the entire time. So if you guys are enjoying this, hit that subscribe button, get the notifications of when I stream next. And I don't plan on changing the style. So it'll be this style all the time. If you enjoy it, definitely come watch. Okay, so silver, go there. We stick that there, I guess. Replace the other one that's been slightly broken by my mishaps. Okay, not gonna lie, I was half expecting to see a giant pit there. I guess it got cut off, is my guess. But yeah, I do not plan on going anywhere. I'm still streaming, even though I have college. I am keeping my grades up, so videos are honestly like the thing that take the biggest hit. And it's purely because it just takes a lot of time. But yep. It goes further. Alright, I guess we can do that. Okay. Why are those guys low-key ore farming? Okay, nope. I'm gonna watch that back later and see how much health I just lost. Ow. Hey boy. You take 5 hits to die, which is a tad unfortunate. Yippity. Okay, so where in the world are these archers? You're there? Oh, you're there. Peek, peek, peek. I didn't want two of you to peek. No, not four. Not four. Not four. Not four. Yay, yay. Well, chat. I guess this is for next. Okay, okay, okay. Get me out of here. 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 I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yee! Bruh. Alright, chat. Well, I guess next time we're getting our stuff. Hello. No spawn camping, please. But yep, that's stream today. Oh my word. Slightly unfortunate. I don't know. I might get my stuff before next stream that I stream this. I might not. We'll have to see. I'm gonna have to remember. So if you guys get the notification that I started streaming, hop on and remind me to go get my stuff. It's me, Crimson Falcon. Have an amazing Thursday or Friday, depending on which time zone you happen to be in. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Crimson Falcon, signing off. See ya.